Welcome to the November version of the Psychic Hour. I'm really pleased to see so many people here this evening. And I noticed that there are some new people here, so I want to welcome those of you who are new. And as always, I want to say thank you very much to those people who have been with me for so many, many years, with me every single month here during my Psychic Hour. Folks, as we get started, I just want to do a little bit, if I think of it as housekeeping, just to give you catch you up on what's going on as we move through this end of the year. This is always a good time to remind everybody of all of my specials and the things that are on my site. First off, you know my website's at sandyanastasi.com. That's how you got here. You signed up for the newsletter and you signed up for the Psychic Hour, which is great. I think that the new Psychic Hours listing is not quite on the site yet. Lisa, am I correct? But will be very shortly. So going forward, maybe in a week or two, you'll be able to get in and register for all the Psychic Hours through 2026. They're about to come on there. Am I right, Lisa?
I actually will not put those up until January because it conflicts with the ones that are already on there now.
Oh, I'm so glad I asked you.
Yeah, so around when I'm on vacation, yeah, I'll put those up so that they can, because if I put them on now, it's might delete our last one. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll be doing is at the very end of December, we'll put them on. So first thing in January, you'll be able to register for all of the ones for 2026. Thanks, Lisa, for that correction. I was leading everybody wrong. We also have an app, folks. You can come to the Psychic Hours on the app. It actually works. You can also see all the courses that you have purchased and take them on the app. So the app is actually great. You can do it on any mobile device. So please download it if you don't have it downloaded yet. Folks, my What's Coming in 2026 workshop was at the beginning of the month. It's gone. It's over and done with. But it won't be done with for a year, really. It's going to be up on my website. It's not there yet, but it is for sale. It's $50. And you can buy the What's Coming in 2026 webinar just by dropping Lisa. And you, of course, know her. She's my assistant here in the chat. Just drop her a note and she'll invoice you. And you can have that even if you weren't able to attend. Folks, I've got to tell you, all year long, I refer back to that myself. My guides come through, they give me blow by blow what's going on for the next year. And it's every year, it's helpful to be able to know a little bit about what's coming during the year. So I strongly recommend everybody get that if you haven't yet. And if you didn't come to the webinar this year, make a point of coming to it next year. It's always a lot of fun. Also, the conversation that we're having here, continue it in our open forum. We have a open forum on the website that you are welcome to go to and put in any of your comments. You can pick up and ask questions about what we did here on the Psychic Hour tonight. You can talk about things that are going on in your life that you might want people to comment on and give you insight into. And of course, Lisa and I both monitor that channel, so we both get to see it and we make our comments back to you. So it's a good little tool for you to have to work with. So check it out. It's on the website. It's called the Open Forum. As soon as you signed up for the newsletter, it appeared in your library. So you can go to your library button and you'll see that listed right under it, almost as a course, but it's not a course. It's actually where you can go in and interact with me and Lisa and other people who are on it. VIPs, I know I already see a few of you here. Just a reminder, our next coaching call is all the way in February 5th of 2026. We're going to begin our new year of VIP coaching then. Now, our next Psychic Hour is December 14th, 2025. So, folks, I know this took a few people by surprise because Lisa and I talked about it. Should we do the Psychic Hour before Thanksgiving, or should we hold off and do it after Thanksgiving? Because we normally do it the last Sunday of the month. And we opted to do it the Sunday before Thanksgiving because so many people will take that 4 days and go on trips and travel and really not want to be bothered with attending any webinars. let me know in the chat or let me know in the community, the forum, the open forum. Let me know how you feel about that. Was it good for us to put it before Thanksgiving, or would it have worked better for you if we put it after Thanksgiving? Because we just took a guess to see where it was going to work best for most people. Now, we're also doing that same thing in December. So our next psychic hour, December, is going to be on December 14th. And the reason we chose to do that, make it so early in the month, is so that we're not interfering with everybody's Christmas holidays and their shopping and all their parties. And hopefully this is going to work out for everybody. And again, let us know. Let us know. Okay, just to catch up, we have 1 week basically left in November, a little bit more than a week. So you know it's been Black Friday all month long, so these aren't new. You've been able to purchase these things all month, and this week is going to be the same. My year-at-a-glance readings are filling up fast, very fast, folks. They're only $350 now, and there are only a few spots left. And I'm not making that up. You know, I don't tell you fibs here. We're already booking. I don't know if we're into February yet, but I know that we're well into January. And by the time we get to February 26th, I will no longer be doing them because too much time will have been taken off the beginning of the year. So if you want that year-at-a-glance reading, please, please, please sign up for it now so that you can be sure to get a spot. My VIP membership drive is continuing. The last chance for your bonus MP4 on what's on the other side, your last chance to get that bonus MP4 is this next week. Once we get into December, that MP4 will be taken down. It's no longer going to be available for at least another year. That is part of my of a course on my website, and I don't separate it out except this time of year, just to be part of the VIP to celebrate your new membership. It's available right now if you want to just purchase it separately. Right now, just for November, it's available for $24.50. And if you're a VIP, it's available for $10. After that, it is taken off and it goes back into the course that it's a part of, and it's not available for purchase. Okay, number 3, the Anastasi system of psychic development early enrollment is continuing. It's getting close to where it's going to be taken off, the early enrollment. Your best discounts are right now, November, December. You can get $775 off when you enroll early. That's a lot. That's a whole course and a half. So if you're interested in taking the psychic development course, please don't wait. Get involved right now. And also right now, part of your early enrollment benefit, if you pay for the whole thing in advance, that's when you get the $775 off, by the way. You also can, this is the only time we allow that, you also will be able, because you're doing a full pay, we're giving that $775 discount, but it's still a full pay. So you're going to be able to get it for doing monthly payments for it. It has to be paid off by the time we start the class in January, but you would have November, December, and January. You'd have 3 months to get it paid off. So that's a big help. Okay, now that, by the way, that class is it's my high-end class. It's the only class I teach that's in that category. And I'm trying to remember the exact cost of the class, but it's over $3,000 for the class. So that $775 off is a lot of money off. It brings it down to a very, very affordable rate for just about everybody, especially with the monthly payment plan. Okay, now in December, I'm into the holiday specials now that are coming up in just a week and a half. I'm going to continue my YAG reading right at the 350 right up through the end of the year or until they're gone. And as I said, matter of fact, Lisa may have checked this before we came on, but I'm going to ask you, Lisa, do you know how far into, I know we're already into 2026, how far into the year are we with booking the YAGs?
Can find my little microphone. Yeah, I'm already looking into, I think, the latter part of January, and we have a few in February because some people chose February for some reason. So
right.
Yeah, we've got a few left, but
okay. So basically, is telling me we may have maybe 7 or 8 spots left. Does that sound
Well,
about
and we did a lot this month, Sandy, because we're going into Christmas and people
right?
start buying them as Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so if anybody wants to do that, they need to reach out to me so we can.
Yeah, at any
So,
rate, the point that I was trying to make is we're down to the last few spots. So if getting that year at a glance reading is something that you, like so many of my clients, do every year, you shouldn't be waiting. Just don't even wait for somebody to buy it for you as a gift. Just get it, okay? Now, last month for the VIP drive, we were offering the MP4, What's on the Other Side. This month, we're offering 12 ways to open your own gifts. So if you're wanting to buy both of those, okay, you can. $50 and actually $51 will buy you both of those classes right now. But if you're going to do that, you'd have to order it before the end of November. So join the VIP if you are interested in joining it. We have over 300 classes in the VIP. I see a lot of names here of people who are members, so you can just ask them in the chat, what do you think of it? But if you're somebody who likes self-studies and likes to, there is a community with the VIP. So you're self-studying, but you have access to Lisa and I constantly, where you can, if you have a question on something you're studying, you can put it into the community chat and we get back to you within 24 hours. So it basically is a self-study under the direction of Lisa and I. I mean, I don't know any place else online that you can get something like that. It's all on MP3, so it's audio. Everything is fully downloadable and it's listenable to via the app, so you can listen on your mobile device. So you can be listening and training yourself in every area of metaphysics with direct guidance. And then you also get to meet with us live 4 times a year. So it's a really good deal. At any rate, we only have the end of this month, another week and a half, and December before this disappears, the bonus at any rate. You'll be able to join it anytime at its full price. But right now you get bonuses. You get this 12 ways to open your own gifts for free, a $24.50 value. If you want to buy it yourself, it's $25.50. And if you want to, if you're a VIP, it would be $10 for you. So you get an extra discount. By the way, that's an MP4, okay? Now, the early enrollment for the psychic development, which starts, by the way, January 21st, is going to end on December 31st. So after that, if you change your mind and you decide you want to enroll, there is no more discount. So you would have to be paying that full price of $3,000 plus, whatever it is. Right now, if you enroll before the end of the year, you get $775 off. And you also will still have your 2-month payment plan, but it's going to disappear at the end of the year. You can't do that. As soon as you go into a payment plan, you're making partial payments. You no longer get any bonuses, i.e. we're into the regular full price. There is a special bonus for anybody who joins during the month of December, and anybody on this call who says, I heard it here, you're going to get this bonus too if you want to enroll right now. Soul consciousness, Kundalini, and the chakras. This is an MP4 video that I resurrected. The last time I actually sold this was in 2015. It went over really, really well, and then I lost it. I couldn't find it. And I found it again, and I checked it out, and I said, oh my God, we should be selling this. At any rate, it's not available anywhere else. It's not even on my website, except here as a special bonus. Again, if you want to buy this as its own class, you would have to pay the $24 and $25.50. Lisa will invoice you. If you're of the EIP and you want it, it's going to be available to you for that $10. It's one of your bonuses. I like to give the VIP people a nice little break. Okay. My reading and coaching 6-session package. This is my last and final bonus for the December holiday season. It's on sale all through December only, and it's $200 off. Folks, there's only a few spots left for that. I've got a couple of places for new people that I can take on. If you're somebody who's going through a lot of stuff right now in your world, if you're somebody who's going through something where you are wanting to transform yourself, where you're wanting to actually work on particular issues, either in your own personal life or with your business, it can't be beat, because you're getting a combination of coaching and psychic advice from Sandy and her guides. And let me tell you, my guides are absolutely amazing coaches. The difference between getting coaching from me versus getting coaching from a normal, ordinary coach is that we know what's coming. Okay. And so you're going to come with your question or your problem, your issue that you're working through, and we're going to use astrology as a foundation for it. But we're going to be able to look at exactly what's going on and saying, okay, here's where the scope of things is. Here are the options that you have. Which option do you really want to work with? And then you get to make your choices about what you want to have happen in your life. And my guides and I can actually give you the guidelines, the suggestions, the things that you can double up on to make sure that those things actually become part of your life. It's a 6-session package. You can purchase that package as 6 1/2-hour sessions, or you can schedule it for 3 1-hour sessions. It's your choice. And once you purchase the package, you can talk to Lisa about how you want to do it. And again, it's a psychic/coaching package. It hits both of those areas. It's the only way to get really multiple readings like that with me during the year and be able to actually plan them out, plan when you're going to have them and so forth. But you can talk to Lisa about more of that. If you email Lisa, it's Lisa sa.inc@aol.com, and she can give you more information. One last thing, my Kabbalah Pathworking Transformation cards make a lovely gift. They're available on my website, both in the digital form and in the physical form. Here they are for sale. So if you're looking for a really nice gift for somebody who is into metaphysics or into the Kabbalah or simply likes beautiful pictures, okay, it's available for purchase, and it's a great thing to do for the holidays. Okay, Lisa, who is my first person who has a question for me this evening?
All righty, our first little victim tonight is Judy.
Halloween is already done. No more victims.
Judy T. And I say that because we have several Judys tonight. Judy T, you need to unmute.
There, I got it finally to unmute. Hello, and thank you for taking my question.
Hello, Judy. Nice
Hello.
to talk to you.
Yes, so I am a Libra. I'm calling from North Las Vegas, and I'm very thankful for my friends. And my question for you is, what is my brother up to now? I know, he's been making these trips out to Pahrump, Nevada from Southern California, and he's telling people that he's trailer sitting for his boss, which is questionable if he's even working. So what is he up to now?
Well, I'm just asking first, is he really trailer sitting? And you're correct. I got to know he's not. And when you say, what is he up to now? I think he's actually looking for some kind of work. I think he's trying. I don't know what kind of work he was doing when he was in California, but the card I picked for this whole situation is a 10 of wands, which I'm holding it up here at the screen. It shows a guy who's carrying a heavy load that he doesn't know how to put down. So he's definitely up to something, but he's carrying that load. It could be that he's trying to escape a load that he's carrying in California. That's part of it. But he's also looking for a way to get out from under. And, of course, being in Vegas, I'm asking, is he gambling? I'm getting a no. It's not about gambling. I don't see that as an issue. The Kabbalah Pathworking card that I picked for you, and this is going to help you, is Path 30. And you can go on my website. On the top of the website, you'll see all the tabs lining across it. And all the way on the right is free. And if you click on that free tab and you look down, once you're into where you have to sign into it, you look down to where the Kabbalah Pathworking class is, you're going to be able to get to this path and you'll be able to listen to the audio that goes with the card. So it's a whole audio. It's like a little journey you take. You can that really is what the card's based on. That particular journey says that whatever it is that he's doing, he's done before. Okay, he's going back into past. It's either past relationships or past issues that he feels he has to work through. He's searching for something. And I don't know if that helps you. Based on the chart, okay, here's the chart. And your sun, since you're a Libra, Libra's 11 degrees, which is almost halfway through the sign. The sign only has 30 degrees. So you actually begin Libra here in the 9th house, which incidentally, for all of the cardinal signs, all the Libras, Aries, Capricorns, and Cancers, this could mean that you've got travel on your mind, or that you're traveling for the holidays, or somebody is coming to visit you for the holidays. And in your case, it may just be that you're looking at your brother's traveling into Vegas. Okay.
Well, I hope not.
Is looking right here. Okay. Now the brother, this would be the 1st house, 2nd, 3rd. The brother is indicated by this house over here, which happens to have Uranus opposing it. Okay. And there's a square to Pluto, which is squaring that. So we've got a T-square, I'm trying to show you with my cursor here, a T-square that is going to come out into the late 7th house. So he's got something going on with the relationship, and he's got something going on with the partnership he's trying to develop. I hope all of that gives you a little bit of insight as to what he's going on. I'm going to ask, will this in any way affect you? Because you would be, if this is the house that represents him over here, you being the sister would be 1, 2, 3. And the answer is yes. If he does do what he's planning on doing, it would have an effect on you. Makes it feel to me like he's thinking about moving into the area, because this house it holds Venus and the Sun and Mars. He might be looking at you as being, the supportive family, the supportive individual who would be around him. So now my suggestion to you is, you're going to hate me for this, have the conversation with him, not me. Okay.
Well, he and I do not get along. He's been mooching off of, our 93-year-old mother and my deceased father for like 12 years now, and living in the house with my mother and not being of any help to her. And he is known for being a con man and screwing people out of money. And that's why I was wondering, what is he up to now? So
But you still have to ask him.
He'll never be honest with me anyway. He'll just look at me like I've got
You
3
still
heads.
have to ask him.
What's that?
Okay. I'm serious. You still have to ask him. The thing that a con man can't deal with is direct honesty.
Correct.
So when you have the chance, and obviously he's there, when you see him, you get in his face and you say, "Hey, bro, why are you here?"
Well, Pahrump is quite a ways away from me. He would never show up here at this house. But yeah, I'm just wondering if he is up to no good as far as screwing people out of money on a real estate situation, or if he is actually thinking about moving out from, his mother's roof, which would be nice. But I don't know, he's living there, scot-free, so I don't see that happening. That's why I was kind of, what else is he up to?
The living there scot-free means the only way he would move out of that situation is if he thinks he has it sewed up, or he's going to inherit the household. And does he have it sewed up? Let's see. Not really. He thinks he does, but he doesn't. But he's got his eye on somebody else who could actually be the support system.
Okay.
So I think your instinct is right. He's looking for something else. But unless you are willing to go that extra mile and get in his face and say, "What's up?" You have to protect yourself.
Right.
Keep yourself out of the situation, and know that at some point, because he is the brother, you're going to be drawn back into it, because your parents will draw you back in and say, "Look at what's going on here. What has he done?" Okay?
Okay.
Now, back to all of the other cardinal signs. Folks, it's not that everybody here is going to have difficulty with their brother or a family member, but I want to point out that this Libra and Capricorn are in a square with each other, and that's from the 10th house Actually, the midheaven, which is out in the world, the way the world sees you, and the square is happening to all these wonderful planets in Capricorn on the ascendant, which says it's up to you to take action in some part of your life. And there's another square going down to Chiron, which is at 22 Aries, that says you can take the action to heal the things that are going on in your life right now. And the final square is over here to Jupiter in the 7th house. And that says that you're going to have to think about new ways of handling old problems. The old ways of handling things are no longer going to work. And that is especially true relative to family things. Jupiter's in Cancer. So you'll notice that you talked about family issues, the issues with your brother, and Capricorn is talking about career and business issues, which again for you talks about your brother, and you may very well have these changes going on in your own life. Now, your question had to do with your brother.
Yes.
My guides are saying that you have a lot of other things going on right now too that
I do.
yeah, and they're repeat patterns in your life that are causing a lot of aggravation and a lot of frustration for you and your husband, your family. And this information is very important. The old way of dealing with things will no longer work. Did you hear that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I have no husband, but I mean, I know that, dealing with things in the same way, I know that can pertain to a lot of different, things in somebody's life.
It feels, well, if you don't have a husband, relationship partner.
Uh-huh.
And if you say, well, but I'm not dating, I don't have, that's not what we're talking about. Anyone, any person that you have a one-on-one relationship with becomes this Jupiter in the 7th house. Any single entity that you have a relationship with becomes the person in the 7th house. It's partnerships. So if you decided that you wanted to partner with an entity to create a business, that would be the 7th house. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
remember, this is the key here. The key is partnerships, and the way that you have handled partnerships in the past, whether they are romantic, whether they're business, whether they're familial, doesn't matter. The old ways of dealing with these things don't work anymore. You got to
Okay.
find something new. Okay. And I
Okay.
know this is big because this is talking about, I'm just commenting to you because you're the one who decided to put her head in the trap first. But this, so thank you.
Uh-huh.
But this really is for all the Libras, all the Cancers, all the Aries, and all the Capricorns on the call this evening. So hear me. The old ways don't work anymore. Okay. And
Okay.
a lot of you are looking at these things relative to your career advancement and what do you want to be when you grow up. Remember, the old stuff doesn't work anymore. You can have the old goal, that's fine, but you got to find a new route to get there. Okay.
Okay.
And the beauty of it, though, is that Chiron here in the 4th house says that there's also an opportunity to heal. As you find these new ways of handling things, you're able to heal the old patterns. So let's get back to your brother for a minute. If your brother does indeed, if he is coming up to that area of Vegas because, or Nevada, because he's looking for a business partnership or a romantic partnership, that's leaving your parents in a situation where they're more independent than they always have been. This could indicate some healing coming to them, you see, with him removing himself even temporarily. And it does allow you to maybe heal your relationship with your parents, not with him. You've decided what you don't want, and that's fine. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to take that relationship with your parents into a direction that you feel you could have? This is interesting because Mars is the brother, Venus is the mother, Sun is the father. So your parents and your brother have been a single entity for a while. So you've been cut off from them too. And that may very well be talking about several people on this call this evening. There may be people in your life that you've been cut away from because of other people being in the way. And this Chiron is going to help to heal that. Isn't that nice? Welcome to December. This is a good month.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And thanks I forgot to tell everybody a couple of things I do with my housekeeping. If I don't get to your question this evening on the call live, if you get your short question to me before 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, I will be glad to answer it sometime over this nice long Thanksgiving weekend that we have coming up. So please write that down. And also our caller, thank you, Judy, knew exactly what to say. When you call, I want to know where you're from. I want to know what you're most grateful for. I want to know your sun sign. And then I want to know your specific question. So you got it all and did it without me having to coach you, which was great. So thank you. Lisa, who is next?
All right, our second person for tonight is going to be Nisha. Nisha, can you unmute? Nisha, are you here?
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What a pretty name that is.
I'm so sorry. Hi, this is Nisha. So sorry. The connection's not great here. Can you remind me the pieces that I'm supposed to provide you? My birthday, I'm
Okay.
a Capricorn.
First, where are you calling from?
I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Ah, oh, I love it up there. And this is a great time of year. How is your leaf turn
Oh, it's
happening?
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so
I'm feeling
pretty.
that.
Yeah, we moved away for a while and we went to Texas and we missed the leaves so much. So we're happy to be back amongst the leaves
Yeah,
in
oh, I
fall.
absolutely love it. And so, what are you most grateful for up there in North Carolina, aside from the beautiful leaves?
Definitely family and just having regaining a little bit more of my health and just some stability.
Wow, wow, yeah, that is a lot to be grateful for. I'm grateful for that for you.
Yes.
And what's your sun
Thank
sign?
you.
You're welcome.
Capricorn.
Okay, so here you are. Capricorn is the first house, the ascendant in this chart, right? And the Capricorn actually begins up here in the 12th house. So it would appear that you've been doing a lot of soul searching lately, a lot of internal work on yourself. Um, Most of the first house is also Capricorn. You're feeling like a lot of responsibility is on your shoulders. And this isn't just a feeling, it really is on your shoulders. Part of you absolutely loves that because Capricorns do like being in charge and they like responsibility. But another part of you would really like to have a little help to take some of that responsibility off of your shoulders. And folks,
Amen.
what I'm telling Nisha is for all, again, the Capricorns, the Libras, the Cancers, and the Aries. Okay, it's all of you. We have got that nice little square. This is a T-square in your part because you don't have any planets up here in Libra, but it's a nice little T-square between Capricorn and Aries and Cancer. I already talked about the family issues that are all going on and that there is an opportunity to do some really good healing in family situations right now. Meanwhile, this T-square is pushing the energy out into your 10th house. December is going to be a time when you really need to, or I think, I don't want to use the word need or even the word should. Those are things I'm trying to take out of my own vocabulary, and I'm not doing a great job, but I'm trying to take them out because they're not really progressive kind of positive words. But what I'm seeing here with this T-square is a focus on you're wanting to move up in your career, or maybe if you're married, maybe your husband is. There's a focus on wanting to take that next step in life and wanting to make it be the way you've planned and talked about. It's like manifesting your dreams and becoming that person who you really want to be. This should be a month where those things start to line up for you. And I don't know if you're thinking, either you or your life partner, if you're thinking about making a change of residence, that might be job connected, but that's quite possible. And again, those things I just said will connect with all of the Capricorns, Cancers, Aries, and Libras on the call. Now, what's your specific question?
I just think it's fascinating that you said December for these changes with my husband and myself. We're and on December 1st, the application window opens for a graduate program in mental health counseling that we're both interested in pursuing. So we're eager to get our applications in for that program. The question that I have tonight is about whether we should start the program together. It's an online program, so that's really great since we have 3 kids and it gives flexibility.
Mhm.
But my husband's going to be keeping his full-time job, and I'll be homeschooling the kids at this time. So just wondering, there's benefits of like starting together because we can help each other, get through the program, or should we stagger it and he start first, and then get through it and then I go through? But
Yes,
we're in our 50s.
what it's interesting how the question you're asking would vary depending on who you're married to, right? But you and your
Yeah.
husband seem to be excellent partners, and you're really good at sharing and you're really good at motivating each other. The idea of you starting together is fabulous. Okay. That's my greatest suggestion. I think not only will it help you to get through better, you'll be supportive of each other. It's going to work both at home and also within the program. Um, I think it's going to be great for you both. I also want to just show this. Chiron is the healer. It's part of that T square that's pushing energy into what you want to become when you grow up. And Jupiter talks about higher education. Duh. And it's in Cancer, which talks about home study with a partner in the 7th house, Libra. I think the whole chart gave you your answer.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank
Hey,
you.
congratulations ahead of time. I think you're making a very wise move. I think this is going to be a really good thing for all of you.
Ah, that's so comforting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And Lisa, who is next?
Right, next on my list, excuse me, is Jamie.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Janie. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. I am thankful to be here on this call and doing the psychic hour with you. And I'm so thankful that I was able to sign up for your psychic development class.
Oh boy, I'm excited to meet you then. That's great. Hey,
Excited.
just let me take a minute here. Um, Janie, you are going to be like floored at the psychic development class. I mean, I'm prejudiced. I think all of my classes are good, but my psychic development class is totally life changing. It's about learning to open your psychic gifts and laying a great foundation and developing everything from ability to meditate all the way up to becoming a psychic medium if that's your choice, psychic healing and everything else in there. But honestly, the biggest thing is the change that you're going to find inside of yourself. And I can't wait to meet you and work through
I,
through all these things
yeah,
with you. It's going to be great.
that
Yep.
is definitely what I'm thankful for, that I found a way to make that work. So I'm super excited and ready for some life-changing stuff in my world. And I'm from Jupiter, Florida.
Mhm.
And my question tonight has to do with,
Well,
well,
what's your
it's
sun sign? What's your sun sign?
Scorpio.
Yeah,
Is
okay. You're a
that,
Halloween kid, huh?
is that your when you say sun sign, is that like when you were born, like
Right. The date, what's your date of birth?
November 9?
Oh God, my husband's born on November 9th. Would you
Oh,
believe? Yeah. So that makes you a Scorpio who's pretty much in the middle of the sign. So your sun would be right about here right now, based on this chart, okay, which is activating both the house of career and also the house of your friends and the groups and the organizations you belong with, okay, or belong to. The Kabbalah transformation deck card that I told you, this is the deck that I work with. I picked Path 19. So if you go to my free thing, free items on my website, you can listen to that path. But what that card tells me is that I hope I can be kind of direct with you. In a personal sense, you've been through the mill, okay? You've really been through a hard time. And you have recently, when I say recently, maybe within the last 2 to 3 years, you've taken the time to do the inner work. Okay, you've been looking in, you've been going through all the regrets, you've been going through all the things you felt guilty about. Scorpio has a lot of guilt they deal with. You've let them go, you've let people go, you've moved past all this stuff. So frankly, you really are ready to take my psychic development class. The thing that's so important, I'm going to hold this card up again, is that this card is divided in half. You see, the left side shows the person going through all those mental traumas that reflect the physical traumas and difficulties from a whole life. But the right side of the card is waking up, and it's being enervated, and it's following the light, and it's finding your strength and your inner power. That's why the lion is sitting there in that card. It's a real important card. I would love for you to go onto my website and listen to that path, because I think that's going to be your path all the way through the psychic development class. It's
Path
going to be
9.
exciting.
Path
Yeah.
9. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Now, as far as what's going on astrologically for the fixed signs, okay? Since you are a Scorpio, you hit both of these houses up here, because Scorpio starts in the 10th and moves through the 11th. Pluto is just moving. It's at 2 degrees Aquarius right now. It's just moving into a hard square aspect with your sun. Now, Pluto is the planet of death and regeneration. And it's going to take all of the fixed signs, Scorpios, Aquarians, Leos, and Tauruses, and it's going to totally transform them from their inside out. Everything in life, everything that you thought you believed in, everything that you want to be when you grow up, everything that happened in your whole life up until now, all of it is going to transform. But it doesn't have to happen in 1 year. Pluto takes 20 years to complete a transit, okay? So this is a very long transit. But at 2 degrees, since your sun is, since your birthday's on the 9th, at 2 degrees, you're already starting to feel the tree shaking. Okay, it's like, okay, it's time to get ready. It's time to be moving through this new space. And Pluto, by the way, rules Scorpio. It is your ruler. So it's a powerful planet. Okay, now you also happen to have here a grand trine in the water signs, because you have your Jupiter in Cancer. By tonight, this is not yours. This is the horary chart. And you have North Node, Saturn, and Neptune all in Pisces, and that's trining into your sun. So this is a very emotional time for you, and it's a time where you're already starting to go through a lot of transformation and transition. This is a T-square between Sun and Pluto, and that Uranus and Taurus. It exits into, guess what, the 7th house. So part of what's transitioning and transforming in your life is your relationship. And that doesn't mean you're going to get a divorce, or if you're in a steady marriage, but it does mean that the relationship itself is going to transform. It brings transformation to everything it touches. Now, because Uranus is involved, the changes you're already starting to go through are pretty dynamic, and they're pretty sudden. You yourself have probably figured them all out, and you're ready to launch them. You're ready to move. And that's what's going on right now.
Okay,
How am I doing?
great.
So what's your specific question?
Oh, so my question has to do, and believe it or not, it's a brother question too, who happens to be on the call as well. We have a deceased uncle, and we are specifically more so him. It feels like we're getting some type of, like he's trying to tell us something. Like he's nudging to tell us something.
He's trying to heal you.
Heal? Okay.
Yeah. See, let me show you where I'm getting this. This is you, first house, second house. If this is your starting house, first house, second house, third house. This is your brother, okay? And because again, we're bridging houses. Brother is the Mercury, but it's also, I think that your brother is getting these messages more solidly than you are, okay? I don't know if he and the uncle were closer, or if perhaps they just are more on the same wavelength. But the uncle is in the 6th house from all this. So the uncle is down here in this area between the 3rd house and the 4th house. The 4th house says healing. The uncle knows that there's been stress and strife, probably forever, in the family. The uncle's wanting to bring healing to things. There is some kind of subterfuge going on. I hope you're aware of that.
Some type of
Subterfuge. You don't have to do anything about it. It's going to become obvious.
oh, okay.
Things are coming. Things cannot be. This is interesting. This, by the way, is affecting everyone, folks, in the world right now. Saturn and Neptune. Saturn's 26 degrees and Neptune's 29 degrees. Saturn is closing that gap. Neptune is subterfuge. Saturn says you're not getting away with it. Bam. Right around Christmas time, bam, you got it. So we are not going to be we're not going to be able to actually even handle in a way that lets us have our feet on the ground the crazy things that are going to come out in the open, politically, economically, spiritually, in our own families, in our work. It's like from the little tiny things to the really big things. You're going to be absolutely in shock. Okay, I'm not making this up. Lisa knows this. I found a rat in my pantry. That's the example I'm using, and this is real. Okay, so guess what? Things are being found. Nothing is being hidden anymore. And whether you like it or not, it's going to come out in the open. So I don't think you have to do anything about this, but things are being discovered and in a very tangible way. So if indeed something in the family has been hidden relative to the uncle, it's going to come out and everybody's going to know about it.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And it
Okay.
brings healing because Chiron is the healer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel better already.
Okay. Well, good luck, and I wish you a very, very happy holiday. I want to wish everybody on this call a happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going to talk to you before Christmas, so you can catch me up then and let me know how this is going with, all the stuff that's going on with your brother and your uncle. And the third house is the sibling in the actual chart. So I look at this chart and I say, your brother he's on a mission. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just let him know that things are going to come out. And if he doesn't even have to work hard at it, all he has to do is kind of look in that direction, and it's going to pop out at him. So just let it all transpire. And I like the fact that it's going to bring healing to everyone. And remember, you have this grand trine in water, which does make things super emotional, especially surrounding the brother and the uncle and their relationship. But you want to know something? Ultimately, it's going to be healing, and it's going to allow you to grow and to leave behind a lot of the things in the past that that just aren't important anymore. Just need to be left behind. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're super welcome. And keep us posted how it all goes.
Okay, we'll do.
I think I've got time for maybe another person, Lise.
All righty, let's squeeze me in. Yay, love this part. The next one is Angela. Angela, can you unmute?
Yes.
Hello there, Angela.
Hi.
The Kabbalah transformation card that I picked for you, and you can look it up on my website, it's Path 24. And this one really shows the natural world. And I think it's one of the most important ones. It talks about really being involved with nature in a way that talks about the cycles of death and birth and rebirth and getting involved with animals. And it's a really neat path. Go and listen to it. You're going to like it. And what is your sun sign?
Aquarius.
Okay, so you're another one of those fixed signs, and Pluto has just entered your sun sign. So all the things that I just told our previous caller about the fixed signs, they apply to you. Okay, and where are you calling from?
Valrico,
And where's that?
Florida, right near Brandon in Tampa.
Okay, so you're not all that far from me. I'm down in little old Portia. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to shoot straight to the core of it because I already talked so much about the fixed signs. What's your specific question?
Well, I don't know if it's so much a specific question. It's just the dreams I'm having lately of my family, of my sisters, my uncle, my parents. It's almost like, right now, I've just been staying away from all of them, but almost like warnings, that there's still negativity or sabotage intentions coming from them. And just something about control. And that's what, I just can't figure out, what is it they're trying to get across to me.
I think you're getting your dreams exactly the way you should be interpreting them. I think that, pardon me for going here, if I had a direct reading with you, I could go into these things a lot more deeply. Just put that in the back of your mind. But this Pluto is digging out the subconscious of everything that has gone on in your life, okay? And, as an Aquarian, and this is a little astrology lesson, folks, for all the folks who know Aquarians or are Aquarians, but Aquarius always, especially early degree Aquarius, if you're born early in the sign, they always have a parent figure. Usually it's the dad, but it could be dad or mom, who is kind of bigger than life, but who you have to tiptoe around, that you just don't know quite where that person is coming from. So it's intimidating, okay? So Aquarius, sometimes there's physical abuse that comes from that person, but even if there's not, just the fact that you're a kid surrounded by this intimidating situation can be very difficult for a child. Aquarians usually grow up having interesting, I'm going to use that term, interesting relationships with authority figures because of that, okay? And yeah, I hear you giggling. I'm telling you a story, right? And the thing is, it also gets you thinking differently. Aquarians' minds just don't work like the rest of people's minds. Most people in school are taught to think in a linear way. Well, because Aquarius is growing up in this household where you never know what's coming next kind of thing, you have to think in an unlinear fashion. So Aquarius can go A, B, C, Z. Okay, and you're wondering, where did they get that from? Okay, so Aquarius is a really fun sign. It's very interesting to learn about and to have friends who are Aquarians. The thing is that here's Pluto going through Aquarius, and Pluto is going to spend the next 19 years digging deep into your subconscious in every way, shape, or form to dig out every part of you that's resistive to transformations that you came to planet Earth to achieve. Okay, it's the clearest way that I can put it. And it's going to start all the way at the foundation, your childhood, which of course is all of your family members. And since Pluto's involved, it's saying, I shouldn't trust these people. Now, is that distrust because of things that happened when you were a kid? Or is that distrust because of the way they affect your psyche in the current adult form? Or is it things in the future? And guess what? It's probably all of the above. And if you keep paying attention to your dreams and write them down and record them, Aquarius is the sign that gets precognitive dreams. It's known for that. So trust your dreams, record them, date them, and you'll eventually learn that sense that you feel like it's precognitive, or another sense that you feel like this is just a memory you're trying to work through. Something maybe that was internal, that you're carrying this resentment for many years and it's time to let it go. Really interesting. And the thing is, each one of those dreams has a different feel. And you will, if you date your dreams and you write them down, you're going to eventually learn, because there is a turnaround time, if it's precognitive, when it's going to happen. And then, and eventually you'll be able to use your dreams as a really good directional to set your antenna on how to move through life and through your family interactions, if you still have them, in a way that works for you.
Right
That?
now I cut them all off. I wasn't healthy.
Yeah. And I think you're going to have the opportunity to reconnect, whether you like it or not, or whether you choose to do it or not. Your choice. You've got to realize if you reconnect, nothing will have changed except you. That's important. It's very likely, since Pluto is the planet of death and regeneration, it's likely that there's going to be family members who get sick or who die or who go through major transitions. And all of those things over the next 19 years can really pull you back into that whole family experience that you left before. Ask yourself, have I worked out you know, there's nothing wrong with separating from something that doesn't work for you. It's healthy from my perspective. The thing is, did you work out those family issues, or are they still following you in all of your relationships and all of your accomplishments and all of your things that you're working on in life? And if you keep re-meeting your family over and over and over again in the world, it may be that it's time to do some work on the actual family and get rid of those issues so that you no longer have them interfering with your life going forward.
Yeah, I see where it does creep in, and now that I've just stopped all communication, I see like where I carry some of the bad communication from my mom with my older son. And so now, just trying to work through that, and honestly going back to graduate school for psychology and having to write down all these reflections.
Let me just share something that's personal from Sandy's world, okay? Because I think you're encountering something very similar. I never knew growing up as a kid. I never realized that I was psychic. I thought everybody did what I did, right? So I never thought of myself as a psychic. And when I was in my early family, I also never thought of my family as a psychic family. I just assumed everybody lived like that. But having grown up and looking back now, I grew up, and I think you did too, in a psychic family. So I never had to ask for anything. What I wanted was either given to me without my asking, or it was made very clear that I wasn't going to have it, and they never had to say it. I just knew it. Sound
Hmm.
familiar? Okay, that's a
Yes.
psychic family. That's a family that communicates through empathy, through feelings, not through words. Okay. Well, I had no idea until I grew up and started to have relationships. And then I realized that because I was a psychic, I was attracting other people who were also psychics. And so I automatically assumed, well, we're both psychics, we connect on that level. So guess what? We should know what each other wants, right? And it didn't work. And I was like, how come that person's withholding from me? How come that person's making me hurt? They don't even know I hurt. Look at them. I cried and they didn't even go out of their way to come home from work early, i.e., some of these things sound familiar? And
Hmm.
bottom line was that even though those other people might have also grown up in psychic families, it was a different wavelength. And I had never learned how to use my mouth to communicate. As good as
No.
I am, it's different than communicating feelings, isn't it? You see? And I never had to do any kind of, get in your face with somebody. We didn't have to do that in my family. We always just knew. There wasn't that stuff. Well, guess what? In the real world, there is. You have to let people know what you think. You have to let them know what you're feeling. Otherwise, even if they're psychic, they might get part of it, but they don't get the whole part, and then you get resentful. There's a lot to
Yes,
work.
that's what my son and I are working through now, and just trying to break some of those cycles.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. This is a typical, Aquarian conversation, by the way. Okay. I think that all Aquarians have these issues. Your Aquarians tend to be not so much empathic, that would be feeling the other person's emotions, although they can be. They tend to be more telepathic, which is picking up the thoughts of another person or projecting them. And the flow went very well in your family, even though you didn't like them. Okay. The thing is, with other people, it doesn't go so well, and you get really angry that they don't know. They're supposed to already know what you want, shouldn't they? Why should you have to ask?
Yeah.
Interesting thoughts. I have a
Yeah,
feeling that,
that's more with my son than with my parents and siblings.
yeah, yeah. Well, and with your son may have, and this is quite possible, you may have not realized how powerfully when he was a baby that you were projecting everything you wanted him to do and be. Aquarians can have some pretty strong desires that they want their loved ones to achieve. And you can be pretty strong projecting to force those issues on somebody else. You don't realize it because it's you, but other people would feel that and say, she really isn't, you always know how mom feels, right? The thing is that what your son did is he put up boundaries. Because you projected so powerfully, he put up boundaries to you. So he's not getting your thoughts and you're not getting his, not because you can't be on the same wavelength, but because he blocked you out so that he could be free to think his own thoughts.
Oh, yes. And he's very strong when it comes to that. But I was
Right?
kind of laughing when you were talking about the thinking part, because he'll look at me sometimes and he's like, you don't even think logically.
But you want to know something? From his perspective, that's true. Aquarius is out of all the air sign, it's an air sign. Aquarius is an air sign. And out of the air signs, Aquarius is the most mentally based. Okay? They're the most extremely intellectual. So you would think that they were super logical, but they're not. Aquarians are not logical because their brains work A, B, C, Z. Let's go to G next. And you have no idea how come they came up with the right answer, because they couldn't possibly have done it according to the instructions you gave, which would have been linear. But Aquarius not only gets the right answer, but takes it an extra step and then can't tell you how they got there. It's irritating as hell.
Yeah.
And that's what your son is talking about. What sign is your son?
Yeah, so we just kind of have those conflicts. So that was the thing was with my family, what I was picking up, and I was like, I don't think it's time for me to be contacting them again. And my parents are older, so I'm not expecting much time. It's just that I just felt like they were trying to project more problems my way.
I think they may have been. But you also may have been picking up, if they're getting a lot older and they haven't seen their grandson in a long time, they might want to end up reaching out with him. Like I said, these are options that are going to be coming up. And among those options, this chart shows the family members in a Capricornian pattern, which has to do with liking to be in control. And it's Earth, which talks about money and stuff. So it's very possible that they might attract your son's attention through money and stuff, and that would draw you back in, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, be prepared, and you're getting a warning. Keep track of your dreams, okay?
Okay.
And
Thank
I
you.
think that's it. You're welcome. Hey, folks, those of you who got a session or a little reading, congratulations. I hope it was right on and it's helpful. Those who didn't, feel free to email me your simple question before 9 p.m. tomorrow evening, Eastern Time. I need where you're from, obviously your name and your email address, what you're most grateful for, either your birthday or just your sun sign, and then your question. And armed with that, I'm going to be able to give you some great information from my guides. Thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you next month on the 14th. Good night, everyone.